I was reflecting on last night. My bestie came, picked me up, went out to have a bite of some drinks, and we were in a neighborhood that we're both not really familiar with, so I looked up some options on Google Maps because she wanted margaritas or crab legs. And so, I looked up about 4 different places that we could go to. We tried the first place out. Absolute hell no, right? Walked in, everything was just no. And their kitchen was only open if you were ordering to go, but not open for sitting down. And we wanted a quality experience. She and I both come from food and beverage industry, so I would say we're both foodies, food and beverage connoisseurs. We have some professional expertise around these things. We wanted a pleasant experience. And so we leave the first place. And as we're driving to the second place, she remembers a spot that somebody had told her about. She's like, oh, I heard this was a cool place. Let's try it out. So we end up on an adventure. We pull up to the place. It looks a little sketchy, but we said, let's see. There, and we walk in, and it is, it's as sketchy looking on the inside as it was on the outside. I mean, they got like a fight wall. You know how some places you go and they put up pictures of people who have stolen and can't come back? Well, they have a wall of people's pictures who have been in fights. And as soon as we come in, they're like, yo, do you have any weapons on you? We're like, no, but she's carrying this tiny little purse. I have a tiny fanny pack around my waist. So I'm just kind of thinking, weapons? And looking at the fight wall, we're both going, well, should we have weapons? So I'm looking at her like, hey, we don't have to be here. We can leave. And she's like, I'm not driving anywhere else. I'm done. It's here or it's nowhere. All right, cool. She's the one driving, so no problem. I think I might have asked her one more time, like, you sure? Because we don't have to be here. We can try one of the other places. We do have a list. And she's like, nope. All right. So we go in. It's looking weird. We got to scan your ID. She pulls out her passport. They're like, no, we need your actual like state ID. So they're scanning the IDs. I'm like, this is a lot of work just to sit down and have a bite to eat. But all right, we're here now, so let's make it work. The music, awful. It's just like violent, hypersexual. Not the kind of music I want to listen to if I'm sitting down for a meal. And look, I listen to a lot of wild music, so if I'm saying it was too much, it's too much. We sit down, it took a couple times before people actually started speaking to us respectfully. But one thing came of it that I saw. Because I told my bestie, hey, I hate this music. It's stressing me out. It's like ruining the vibe. We got the food ordered. We're getting ready to order drinks, but this has got to change. And I would say within the next 60 seconds, someone came to us and said, would you like to hear some different music? I said, well, yes, I would. So then we picked the music and we ended up changing the vibe from some old crazy, angry, violent, hypersexual music to like 90s R&B, with like a little blend of neo soul. And it was so interesting because people started just singing along. Like more people were coming in and, my bestie's singing, I'm singing, people in the room are singing, the men are singing. And then there was a police officer who was working there, and he kept walking over to us and checking to make sure we liked the music. He kept going back over to, whatever DJ booth they had and, changing songs. He's like, y'all like this? This is my jam, but, y'all cool. Like they checked in on us about 3 or 4 times with the music. The food was cool. It wasn't amazing, but I could tell some care had been put into preparing it. At first, when we sat down, they gave us plastic silverware, and then the police officer looked over at us and said, hey, we're gonna get y'all some real silverware. So I watched how the entire culture of the place shifted because of our energy. And I was grateful for that experience because, now I will say the drinks, we got a drink off the cocktail menu. It was absolutely awful. It was so terrible. I couldn't believe it. And I was a bartender for over 10 years, and we had both ordered what we thought was going to be the simplest, least problematic drink on the menu. And it was so terrible. And I think a lot more Black-owned restaurants should hire consultants to help them with their beverage program because a lot of money is getting lost just by having garbage on the menu. But that's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is once we decided that we were just going to stay and we decided we were going to make the best of our experience because we really wanted to have quality time with each other, the room adjusted to us. And it wasn't something that I intentionally tried to do. I didn't go in there with the idea that I'm going to make this restaurant change how they're doing things because I'm here. But that is what happened. And we were respectful to the employees, and something happened in there that made them say, we're not only going to change the music, we're going to give them real silverware, which was wild to me that they didn't in the first place with the kind of food that we ordered. You know, we ordered crab legs, and we ordered, salad and mashed potatoes, and we ordered real food. The owner came in and he's checking on us, and it was really cool to see what could have been a really trash outing turned into a fairly enjoyable time. I mean, we were going to have a ball anyway, because that's just how we are when we get around each other. We're just going to have a good time. We're going to laugh, we're going to tell stories, it just is what it is. But to see that adjustment, it showed me a lot about our power of influence. We all have it.